Mr. Bleaney by Philip Larkin, detailed analysis. Poem text. This was Mr. Bleaney's room. He stayed the whole time he was at the bodies, till they moved him. Flowered curtains, thin and frayed, fall to within 5 inches of the sill, whose window shows a strip of building land, tussocky, littered. Mr. Bleaney took my bit of garden properly in hand. Bed, upright chair, 60-watt bulb, no hook behind the door, no room for books or bags. I'll take it. So it happens that I lie where Mr. Bleaney lay and stub my fags on the same saucer souvenir and try stuffing my ears with cotton wool to drown the jabbering set he egged her on to buy. I know his habits, what time he came down, his preference for sauce to gravy, why he kept on plugging at the 4-aways. Likewise their yearly frame, the Frinton folk who put him up for summer holidays and Christmas at his sister's house in Stoke. But if he stood and watched the frigid wind, tossling the clouds, lay on the fusty bed, telling himself that this was home and grinned, and shivered without shaking off the dread that how we live measures our own nature, and at his age having no more to show than one hired box should make him pretty sure he warranted no better, I don't know. Summary of the poem. Mr. Bleaney is a poem that explores themes of existence, routine, and the measure of a life through the perspective of a speaker who moves into a room previously occupied by a man named Mr. Bleaney. The speaker reflects on the life and habits of Mr. Bleaney, attempting to infer the man's character and worth from the sparse and mundane details of his living conditions and routines. Detailed analysis. 1. Setting and description of Mr. Bleaney's room. The poem opens with the speaker being shown Mr. Bleaney's former room, which is described in stark, unattractive terms. Thin, frayed curtains, a small garden, and minimal furniture, bed, chair, and light bulb. The window view of a strip of building land emphasizes the unremarkable and somewhat bleak nature of Mr. Bleaney's surroundings. 2. Adopting Mr. Bleaney's life. The speaker decides to take the room, suggesting a sense of resignation or acceptance of a similarly monotonous life. The details like stubbing cigarettes in the same saucer and stuffing ears with cotton wool to block out noise point to the repetitive and unimpressive nature of Mr. Bleaney's existence. 3. Insight into Mr. Bleaney's character. Through the habits and routines observed, the speaker builds an image of Mr. Bleaney, a man of routine, preferring certain foods, visiting the same places annually, and spending holidays with his sister. These details suggest a life of simplicity and predictability. 4. Philosophical reflection. The poem ends with a more profound reflection on life and self-worth. The speaker ponders whether Mr. Bleaney, in his solitary moments, was aware of the insignificance of his life. The final lines delve into existential questions about how one's living conditions reflect one's nature and whether Mr. Bleaney accepted his life as deserving no more than what he had. Themes. 1. Existential reflection. The poem reflects on the nature of existence, suggesting that a person's life can be reduced to their daily habits and routines, questioning what truly measures the value of a life. 2. Monotony and routine. Larkin emphasizes the mundane and repetitive aspects of Mr. Bleaney's life, highlighting a sense of stagnation and lack of fulfillment. 3. Isolation and solitude. The details of Mr. Bleaney's life indicate a solitary existence with minimal personal connections or achievements to mark his life. 4. Judgment and self-worth. The speaker's contemplation on whether Mr. Bleaney believed he deserved his circumstances touches on the broader theme of self-worth and societal judgment. Form and structure. The poem consists of 7 quatrains with a consistent ABAB rhyme scheme, giving it a regular, structured form that mirrors the repetitive and constrained life it describes. Larkin's use of colloquial language and detailed observations lends an everyday realism to the poem. Critical reception. Mr. Bleaney is often praised for its understated but powerful depiction of ordinary life and its subtle exploration of deeper existential themes. Larkin's ability to evoke a sense of pathos and introspection through the mundane details of a seemingly unremarkable life is a testament to his skill as a poet. Significance. Mr. Bleaney is a quintessential example of Larkin's style, characterized by its focus on everyday experiences, precise language, and underlying melancholy. The poem invites readers to reflect on their own lives and the ways in which daily routines and living conditions might mirror inner states and self-perceptions. Through Mr. Bleaney, Larkin offers a poignant meditation on the human condition, capturing the quiet despair and resigned acceptance that often accompany a life lived in the margins.